Welcome to the virtual reading fair, day 17, evening session. Morning session. My name's Harry Chin, and I'm 6 years old, and I'm going to the first grade.
Thank you, Harry.
Thank you, thank you.
And I'm
Thank you.
Meredith McGee, Jackson, Mississippi, and I finished school.
Mary Hardy, Greenville, Mississippi.
Lynette Stafford, Greenville, Mississippi.
Vicki Jenkins, Jackson, Mississippi.
William Tress, Jackson, Mississippi.
Dr. Janice Neal Vincent, Madison, Mississippi.
Very good. So, who wants to read first today?
I will.
I will.
Okay, so Mary did Janice, and we'll go from there. I mean, Mary and Lynette, then we'll go from there. I'm sorry.
Okay, I have a choice of two this morning, but I'm going to read Langston Hughes, The Negro. The Negro. I am a Negro. Black as the night is black. Black like the depths of my Africa. I've been a slave. Caesar told me to keep his doorsteps clean. I brushed the boots of Washington. I've been a worker. Under my hand, the pyramids arose. I made mortar for the Woolworth building. I've been a singer all the way from Georgia, from Africa to Georgia. I carried my sorrow songs. I made ragtime. I've been a victim. The Belgians cut off my hand in the Congo. They lynched me now in Texas. I am a Negro. Black as the night is black. Black as the depth of my Africa. And that's The Negro by Langston Hughes.
Thank you.
And thank you.
Wow.
Miss Mary, can
Nice.
you tell us,
Thank you.
ragtime was a form of jazz. I can't remember who did ragtime. You just said that in the poem.
Yeah. I don't know who instituted. Someone know who instituted ragtime music?
I guess I had to look it up.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll look it up. I want to say Bob Marley, but it was not Bob Marley. His music was similar to
Okay.
I don't think he's the person that
No, that Bob Marley's reggae. Ragtime was a form of jazz.
Right.
Ragtime.
Fats Domino or some of those folks.
Yeah, could have been some of them.
One of those.
Because it was back in that, in his
Back
era.
in that era,
next music time, yeah.
I guess in essence,
I was listening to that's history.
I guess the poem in essence, we've done lots of things. We've been many places.
And he said I made ragtime.
Right.
In other words, we invented that music genre.
Right.
Okay, I looked it up.
That's it. Look it up. We'll look it up.
It said, what is the story of ragtime? Ragtime originated in African American music in the late 19th century and descended from the jigs and march music played by African American bands, referred to as jig piano or piano thumping. Some early piano rags are entitled marches, and jig and rag were used interchangeably in the mid-1890s.
Oh, that sounds like New Orleans then.
All right.
Right, it was in your state. It began as dance music in the red light districts of African American communities in St. Louis and New Orleans years before being published as popular sheet music for piano. Ernest Hogan was an innovator and key pioneer who helped develop the musical genre and is credited with coining the term ragtime. So you called it.
Okay. Well, thank you. You got another one, Mary?
Well, I can do another one.
Okay.
I have another one. And it's entitled Wide River. My baby lives across the river, and I ain't got no boat. She lives across the river. I ain't got no boat. I ain't a good swimmer, and I don't know how to float. Wide, wide river, twixt my love and me. Wide, wide river, twixt my love and me. I never knowed how wide a river can be. Got to cross that river and get my baby somehow. Cross the river, get to my baby somehow. Because if I don't see my baby, I'll lay down and die right now. So it was very urgent.
Yeah, now who wrote that?
That's Langston Hughes. Langston Hughes.
Oh, man.
And it's all from The Dream Keeper.
Yeah, he knew something about love. Sound like he was a romantic.
That's right. He had to get across that river.
You know that? Well, you know that song, Ain't No River Wide Enough. That's what they
Yeah,
wide enough to keep me from getting to you, baby.
That's true.
A little pick up of this morning.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, I found this book my mother let me borrow. So our friend is in it from Pensacola, Florida.
When black folks was colored.
And I saw her story in here, and I wanted to read a few paragraphs of it. It says, "When I was 4, Shirley Francis." She's a prolific poet, and I've been encouraging her to type her poetry so she can get published out. I first learned of her reading poetry when I was in college in Pensacola, Florida, in the 80s. And I mean, she's just an awesome poet. But here's something I've never read myself about her when she was 4 years old. When I was 3, is how Marcus often recalled his last year of events. The accuracy of his memory is remarkable, and more times than not, ominous. With a well-lit face, eyes stretched from excitement, a deep breath, and his newly discovered 4-year-old voice, off he'd go telling of his selected passages from the preceding year. It never failed to amuse me how well he could remember when I was 3. There are no memories for me of my 3rd year, only stories that were told to me by my mother. Supposedly, supposedly there was a lot of turmoil in the family. She sometimes, which in turn always ended in physical fight. She told me that the scar I now wear on my forehead happened when I was 3. That she and my father got into a fight. And that while struggling over the gun, it fired. And the butt of the gun hit me in the face. No pleasant stories were ever told to me about my 3rd year. I have fragmented memories of my 4th year. We lived in a 2-room building that stunk, and was always cold. Patterson Quarters is what they called it. One night, my 10-year-old sister and cousin were trying to light a cigarette from an old lighter that had no fluid in it. After watching them for a while and realizing that they needed someone with a brain to help solve their dilemma, I jumped out of bed, ran to help solve their dilemma. Grabbed the lighter fluid from her dresser, climbed back on the bed, sprinkling lighter fluid all over my 6-year-old sister, who was fast asleep. Then I held the can in front of them, shaking it back and forth, teasing. Look what I get. Look what I get. Once I get their attention, they wrestled me down, took the can, and scooted me out of the room. Pretty soon afterwards, the screaming started. Put her out, put her out. Oh my God, put her out. Oh, the bed's on fire. Help, help. Get some water, get some water. Please, God, don't let her die. Quick, girl, over there, grab the piss bucket. Bring the soap jar. Is she out? God, help us, Jesus. They get whoop our blank. They get whoop our blank. They get killers. Lord help us, Jesus. That is the first time I ever read this. Wow, that was a hell of a start for age 3 and 4. So I'm gonna have.
So is she the victim or she was the instigator? I mean the starter. Was she the victim or the person that did it? Was she the person?
She said she was 4 years old and her older sisters were trying to light a cigarette and they didn't know how to.
Okay,
and so she took the lighter fluid and she grabbed it and pulled it across the bed. And then when they got it lit, one of the sisters got caught on fire. And so they said, bring the slop jar, bring the piss jar, everything, and get her out. Mm-hmm. And so she was describing these, the story that she heard about being 3 was that her father and mother used to fight and they were struggling over a gun and the gun scraped her. That was one story she heard, which wasn't a good story.
Yeah, okay.
Then when she was 4, she remembered that about the lighter and how it caught her sister on fire. So that was my first time. I didn't know.
Sister.
So do you all know what a slop jar is? What's a slop jar?
Yeah, I do. Harry, do you know this? Harry?
Harry's not here.
Yeah, he don't walk around.
I was asking about the sister.
What you asked about?
I was asking what happened about the sister.
Well, I think they put her out because they got all the water resources that they had, which was the fish jar, that was and then they got some other water, and they got her out. So
I mean,
pretty dramatic.
And traumatic.
So she did survive. Okay, yeah.
I said, and traumatic.
Huh? Yeah.
You said dramatic, and I said traumatic. So I just wanted to know if the sister was okay.
Oh yeah, they got her put out. They had to use the piss and all that to get out. That's what they had in that. She described a shotgun house. And I guess they didn't have running water. I don't know, but when they get out of the water resources, they got her out.
Mary, you asked about the slop jar. Anybody ever said anything about what the slop jar is?
I think Meredith was getting. I know what it is. I'm sure Meredith knows.
Okay.
I think she was talking to Harry. Were you talking to Harry?
Okay, all right. I'm Harry.
Particularly.
Okay. Well, I know the slop jar is the feces jar. Okay.
It used to be white and round, long, kind of.
Be white
and go up on the bed. And I've even used one myself, and rural Tyler County sometime in my very, very early life. Even an outhouse. Oh my God. Somebody in my family had an outhouse in rural Tyler County when I was a child. I absolutely hated the outhouse. It smelled so bad.
Yeah, we had
But I was
one.
just saying, as a child, I'm like, oh my God, I gotta go here.
Yeah, we had one, and ours was enclosed, and Papa would put lime. That would kind of keep the smell, the odor.
Oh, okay.
Put lime inside. And my second year at school had one when I went to first grade.
I wish your father had got to my grandfather to put the lime in the lime in the outhouse.
Oh my God.
Live with the outhouse.
I say, I'm thinking you had the experience I had. It was smelled horrible.
But worse than that, my grandfather had a smokehouse, and the outhouse was not very far from the smokehouse.
Oh wow! Now that's what I've never seen the food in a smokehouse. I've only heard about it.
My grandfather did have a smokehouse. Yeah.
Yeah, we had a smokehouse.
Yeah, I know because y'all was on the farm. Yeah, my mom and them they was on the farm and they had a smokehouse and they didn't get running water until 1960.
So.
Wow, that story it stays with you a while. So
it sure does. It sure does. It sure does.
Who's next?
So my husband said they got an inside bathroom. He was about 8 or 9 because the city girl married a country boy, and I had to tell you all about my first time coming to here and to the Sharp County, Mississippi.
The
Sharp County house and the garden, the hen house and the hog pen and the outside, all that.
Oh yeah, when you came in the 80s.
No, we can't. Well, yeah, 80s, But I'm saying he was 8 or 9 when they got an inside bathroom.
Oh yeah, what year was that?
So, he was 8 or 9. So that was the 60s.
Okay, and that
was
was
the 60s.
Greenville. Yeah, that's about.
No, ma'am, he was in Sharkey County. No, ma'am, he was in Sharkey County.
What
no,
city?
He was down in the country. He was south of Greenville. Below Hollandale. Right, so he was below Hollandale. And it wasn't a town, it's a place on 61. It wasn't a town, it's a place.
Yeah, because you need a black boy. Y'all talking about her. They didn't have running water in Myersville until she established the town, incorporated, and then raised the money to get a water treatment center, and that was 1976. And I think that they were
Sweet lady.
The last municipalities in the city to get run. I call it the Forgotten City, where she was from, because they were so late.
The neighborhood.
Was she the first mayor? I was ever. Yeah, but was she the first mayor, or was Charles the first mayor of Mississippi?
Oh, Charles Evans was the first mayor in 1969, but she was the first black mayor of 1976. But another lady in Kent was the first black elected official. I can't think of her name. I got her book over here that my cousin gave me. I'm gonna look it up and I'll tell you what her name is. I got her book over here.
Either the Startown in like 1976.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So who's next?
I'll read next.
I'll read.
Okay.
Now who said who that was? Oh, okay, William. Lynette. And then you go after Lynette because I forget she was doing night golf.
Okay.
Okay, thank you very much.
William, do you have an appointment? William, do you have an appointment?
No.
Okay, then. It's okay? Okay. All right. I'm going to finish up Night Golf by William Miller, illustrated by Cedric Lewis. I was looking around in my box today. I found some more treasures. All right, this is the story of a little black boy, who finds a rusty golf club and a little ball, and he wants to play golf. So he's told that he's not going to be able to play golf because that's not a game for black people. That's a game for rich white people. So he decides he goes on to the golf course, and so he gets a job caddying. It's not he says I want to play, but you know you have to get your foot in the door. So he starts off caddying, and the man teaches him. So I'll pick back up. On one morning, James stood on the first tee.
Did they say how much money he made? Did they say how much money he earned caddying back then?
No, ma'am, but I can look that up just like you know.
Okay. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
So we can look that up.
Forgive me for interrupting.
That's all right.
Okay.
That's okay. One morning, James stood on the first tee. Once more, he and Charlie were caddying for two men who couldn't hit the ball even in the bright sunshine. Dr. Jones and his partner, Mr. Phelps, had the best equipment and all the time to play in the world. They had everything James thought except skill. When Dr. Jones started driving to the woods, James muttered under his breath, I can do better than that. What did you say, son? Dr. Jones asked. Nothing, sir. I didn't say anything, James replied without looking up. This boy doesn't know the rules, Charlie, Mr. Phelps said, pointing at James. Caddies are supposed to know their place. They're supposed to keep quiet. I'm not his daddy, Charlie said quietly. Dr. Jones was turning red. Okay, son, let's see how good you are. It's one thing to say you can do something, another thing to prove it. He put the driver in James's hand. Go on, show us. Everyone was looking at James. The golfers behind them, even the men on the next fairway, had stopped to watch. His palms were sweating as he teed up the ball. What if he hooked it? What if he sliced it? Then James remembered the day he found the club in the guy's hand. He remembered how good it felt each time he struck the ball that first day and every time since in the summer moonlight. There was nothing like that feeling in the whole world. So he had everybody's attention. He could be a caddy for the rest of his life or prove himself now. Steady, James, Charlie said from behind him. Just remember what I taught you, what we learned together. James closed his eyes and saw the fairway behind. The moon was rising slowly above the tall pine trees. The night air was cool on his face. He drew the club behind his back and swung cleanly through the ball. He was concentrated. This was his now or never moment. Did you see that? Dr. Jones shouted. He almost rolled the green with his eyes closed. Do it again, son, Mr. Phelps said nervously. I think you just got lucky. But it wasn't luck that drove the ball down the middle of the fairway over and over again. A crowd soon gathered around the tee. Teach me to do that, someone shouted. If you can teach me to hit like that, I'll carry your bag, another man said. The crowd followed them off the tee from one hole to the next. You know, they say you can show them better, you can tell them. Don't get a big head now, Charlie whispered as they walked ahead of the crowd. You still got a lot to learn. Will you teach me, James asked? That's a promise, son, Charlie said with a wink. Mentor. I had a mentor.
Very important.
Yeah.
Well, that was very good. That was very good. Yeah, you got to
I
read
like
that one. If you can remember, let me know how many books you done read on here, because I can't remember. I mean,
Yeah, I said I was gonna write down how many. I was gonna write down the titles of the books.
Yeah. Oh, please do and give them with me. I see Harry got a hop over there. That's one of my favorite Dr. Seuss books. And you, Harry, you gonna try to go last again? We ain't far from you either, because we only got a few readers before you. Okay, so
I'll go now.
Harry wants to go now. Hey,
Okay,
William, can we let Harry go now?
Yeah, be fine,
And can you go after him?
Yes,
Okay, well, Harry, you have the floor. Let's read.
Hop on Pop by Dr. Seuss. Up, pop, pop is up. Cup, pop, pop in cup. Cup, pop, cup, cup on pup. Mouse, house, mouse on house. Mouse, house. House, mouse. House on mouse. All tall. We all are tall. All small. We all are small. All ball. We play all ball. Up and a wall. Up on a wall. All fall. We fall off the wall. They play. We play all day. We play all day. Night fight. We fight all night. He is after me. Him, Jim. Jim is after him. CB. We see a B. CB. 3. C3. CB3. Now we see 3. Tree. There fish in a tree. Fish in a tree. How can that be? Red, red. They call me red. Red, red, red bed. I am in bed. Red, Ned, Ted, and Ed in bed. Pat, Pat. They call me Pat. Pat sat. Pat sat on Pat. Pat's cat. Pat sat on cat. Pat sat on that. No, Pat, no. Don't sit on that. Sad Dad. Bad had. Dad is sad. Very, very sad. He had a bad day. What a bad dad had. What a day Dad had. Thing. What is that thing? thing sing. That thing can sing. Sing long, a long, long song. Goodbye, thing. You sing too long. Walk, walk, I like to walk. Walk, talk, we like to talk. Hop, hop, we like to hop. We like to hop on top of pop. Stop, you must not hop on pop. Mr. Brown, Mrs. Brown, Mr. Brown upside down. Up, up, brown, down. Up is down. Where is brown? Where is brown? Where there is brown. Mr. Brown is out of town. Back, black, brown came back, brown came back with Mr. Black. Snack, snack, eat a snack, eat a snack with brown and black. Jump, hump, he jumped, he bumped. Fast, past, he went past, fast. Went 10 cents, he went into the tent. I sent him out of the tent. Wet, get to dogs, get wet. Help, yelp, they yelp for help. Hill, will, went up the hill. Hill, still, will is up, hill, still. Father, mother, sister, brother. That one is my other brother. My brother reads a little bit. Little words like if and it. My father can read big words too. Say, what does this say? See home, we, pat, hop, paw, hat, het, here. Ask me tomorrow, but not today. The end. Other, mother, at, cat, sat, hat, bat, hat.
Well, thank you, Harry.
Good, Harry.
Now, close the book up and give us a summary of what you read.
I do not know all of the stories in that one story.
Okay.
Real
okay.
well.
You sure did. Okay, so Tally Ann
Like
has
my hop on pop.
yeah. Tally Ann has joined us. Thank you for coming, Tally Ann. How you doing today?
Good.
Wonderful.
Thank you,
Okay,
Harry, baby girl.
William is reading next. And if you want to read after him, you can. You want to read after William?
Okay.
Okay, then. Well, thank you here.
This is Bernie Sanders' book. It's called, the chapter is We Need Real Policing and Criminal Justice Reform. The sad reality in the United States today, we have more people in jail than any other country on earth. We're spending $80 billion a year to lock up 2.3 million Americans, disproportionately African American. In my mind, it makes a lot more sense to invest in education and jobs than in jails and incarceration. It's time for real criminal justice reform.
I got 2 more books left. I'm not having it.
The sad reality is that racism has plagued the United States since before its founding. The atrocities committed against the Native Americans who inhabited this land long before Europeans arrived beyond their calling, as is the abomination of slavery perpetrated against Africans before brought to this continent to labor and servitude as well as their descendants. Racism has affected people who immigrated to this country from Latin America and Asia. It has affected the Irish, the Italians, and the Jews. Racism has affected this nation for centuries and it continues to afflict our nation today. There is no question that in recent decades we've made significant progress in creating our country. We judge people not by the color of their skin, not by the language they speak, not by the country they came from. As Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. urged, by the content of their character and by their qualities as human beings. But they made no mistake about it. We have come a long way, but there is still a long way to go before we fulfill Dr. King's dream. Police department reform, among many other struggles, we must engage to combat racism in this country. We must stop police brutality and the killing of unarmed African Americans. This has emerged as one of the great civil rights issues of the early 21st century. Across the nation, too many African Americans and other minorities find themselves subjected to a system that treats citizens who have not committed crimes like criminals. Because of this over-policing in minority communities and racial profiling, African Americans are twice as likely to be arrested and 3 times as likely to be whites to experience the use of force during encounters with the police. Although there is no national database of police shootings, one group that tracks these cases says that in 2015, police officers killed at least 102 unarmed black people, 5 times the rate in which they kill unarmed whites. Violence and police brutality of any kind at the hands of the police are unacceptable and must not be tolerated. It's no wonder that a growing number of communities of color do not trust the police. Being a police officer is extremely difficult and a stressful job. Many officers are unpaid and undertrained and have irregular schedules that hurt their family lives. The vast majority of those who serve in law enforcement are decent, hardworking people who want to make their communities a better place to live. Many have sacrificed to do their job. In my mind, that is all the more reason we must stand up and denounce acts of illegal behavior that are perpetrated by the police. Police officers must be held accountable. In a society based on law, nobody can be above the law, especially those who are charged with enforcing it.
Could you get your ear out of me?
Okay, so you was just reading about blacks and police shooting. Did you get some statistics?
Yeah, 102 unarmed blacks were shot by the police in 2015. That was at least 3 times the number of whites that were shot, unarmed whites.
And last year, 1,000 blacks were killed by police officers. 2019.
Yeah.
So it increased in 4 years.
Yeah.
It's something when you see armed people or people who are literally threatening police officers, and they get, when they finally catch them, they make it to the police car, they make it to the station. They get to make it home. You have people who are unarmed, who are not being aggressive, who are being shot.
Yeah.
Yes, it's so unfair.
And you said something about, you know, and people are held, you are held to a higher standard. We understand that policing is a stressful job. And there should be some training. There should be some cultural training, some sensitivity training, and maybe some mental health issues looked at too, because it is stressful. So they need to be, you know, treated like people and not like machines, and just go out there and if something tragic happens, then they need to be able to be pulled back and receive some type of, you know, some type of services to help them to be less stressed and maybe not be so reactive. But I can understand you're in a milieu situation.
You know, also those that have been charged with crimes and even convicted need to be rehabilitated and help find jobs rather than re-enter the criminal justice system, you know.
Yes.
Right, but I mean, some people just go from one thing to another, and it's just I don't know. They're just going off. I don't know. But I just think about how. Ma'am.
I was talking. I have a question for William.
Mm-hmm.
So, do you think racism will ever end?
I doubt it. You can make improvements, but you know, as far as ending, I doubt it'll ever end. As long as the current Earth exists, you know.
But what do you think the benefit of racism is to white America? The reason why you think it won't never end?
The nature of mankind. Well, I'm a Christian, and the nature of mankind, according to the Bible, is bad. You know, the nature of mankind is bad and evil. And that's part of the nature of mankind to be prejudiced and racist, you know. And only a born-again experience through Jesus Christ can change a man's nature where they're not hateful toward their fellow man.
So do you think there's I guess called inter-racism? There's racism within the races. There's racism within the blacks, there's racism within the whites, and then it kind of crosses over.
Yeah, you know, one act causes another act, and another act causes another act. It's like a domino effect, you know.
Yeah.
I always wonder, like, when these things happen, what okay, you have people who are afraid of the police, and you have police who are afraid of the people. And it's just a bad mix.
Really
and people, and sometimes people they see the actions, and they see where things have been done wrong, but they don't see that there has been any type of punishment or any type of anything to fix the problem. Sometimes the problem is not even addressed.
Yeah.
You all work for a couple of days and then you go back, but the issues are not addressed, and that's a problem.
We need more social programs to help those that have been convicted of crimes get out of crime, get out of a life of crime, and get rehabilitated and find jobs and stuff like that, you know.
Yeah, we got a lot of social issues.
But sometimes the funding is lacking in establishing those programs. I know it's necessary, but funding is lacking in establishing some of those programs and training, which is terribly needed. But the people that's supposed to be funding don't think that way and don't fund the programs as it should.
Yeah,
because they have They have no clue. They have no clue.
They have no
You
clue.
making policy. You making policy, and you're not even consulting the people who have to work the policies that you are putting out, and you're not talking to people who have experience in the area of policies that you're making. So you are clueless. You're a policy maker, and you are clueless.
But the majority of it is not even considered for the people. It's all political. And now all of that
That's
is
what I'm saying.
Yes, all political. Yes. So, the people are not.
You making policy, and you are clueless. You are making policy, you clueless.
Oh, the net is saying there's some dumb politicians out here. Anyway,
okay. Well, I'm saying there are some. I'm not, and this, you know what? It's not just politicians. It's anybody. If you making policy and you're not talking to the people who are actually the foot soldiers, you're not actually talking to the people who are doing the work.
Yeah.
You're being detrimental.
Oh, that's what I see you saying.
Go to the doctor doesn't mean right because I go to the doctor doesn't mean that I should be able to tell doctors how to conduct business. And when I say go and don't even consult them, yes, ma'am.
So I see you're talking about people who make policy in the institutions that are controlled by the white power structure, which, you know, there are a lot of institutions, the parole board and
just anybody, right? Anybody. You making policy.
There's so many
it's not totally institutions, it is for the community. Once you leave the institutions, you still gonna have to have some means of support and rehabilitation once you leave the institution. So it's all gonna take all, you know, the community and everything.
Yeah. That's all. Let me think. Tyler in. You ready?
Holly Ann, you ready? Are you ready for us?
You ready, sweet pea?
Then tell us what you read and hold it up so I can type it in the chat.
Hold on, wait, let me get the number.
She's adjusting her screen.
Yeah. Hook it back up. There you go. Put it back up.
Well, while we're waiting, I'd like to thank you, Meredith, for this virtual book, these readings. I am really appreciative, and I can really see how it's helped me and helped my little grandbaby.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you.
I'm enjoying listening. I'm enjoying discussing. I'm enjoying getting different points of view, because that's how you grow.
That's right. That's right. Yes. And
I'm enjoying, you know, I already know Mary, and I already know William, so I've enjoyed Vicky, and I've enjoyed Janice, and I've enjoyed these babies.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, Tyler, she got her book ready now. What's the name of it, Tyler?
Pokey Little Puppies.
Hold it up to the screen so I can see it.
Special Day.
Porky Little Puppies. Oh, Porky.
Mm-hmm. Porky's Little Puppy Special Day.
Okay, I guess. Let's read.
There is a magical place called Little Gold's Books Land, filled with wonderful things to see and do. Every day is a special day. Just wait to be determined. Porky's little puppy was very excited. In just 1 week, the Little Gold Book Land games would begin. Everyone was getting ready for the swimming and jumping and running contest. I'm leading the open parade, Porky's little puppy told his friend, she little kitty. And I want to run in the radical race too. But when it came time to choose the team, for the player race, nobody picked Porky little puppy. Please give me a chance, he said. No, everyone replied. You're much too slow. Finally, Snuggy Belly Elephant said, you can't be an Argonaut. What does that mean? Asked Porky little puppy. That means if someone can't race you, you take their place. Thank you, said Porky little puppy. I'm going to start practicing right away. First, Porky little puppy did some warm up. He took a deep breath. He wagged his ears. He wags his tail. And he waved his little legs in the air. Now I'm ready to run, said Porky little puppy. Huff and puff. He raced up the hill. Whee! He went as his past Snuggy Belly Elephant dancing his favorite 1, 2, 3 kick. Run is much hard work. Porky little puppy called as he ran about by. But I have to be in a good shape if I'm doing to be any excellence in the repeating race. Right, says Snuggy Belly Elephant. I have to remember to do a little run myself after I'm through dancing. Porky little puppy thrown by the stem and wave sniffles the boat. Sniffles the boat. Sniffles blew his whistle at chugged along beside him. Hey, Porky, where you going? You're doing great. Sniffles called out. Thanks, Porky Little Puppy replied as he picked up speed. Then Porky Little Puppy ran about a baby brown bear who was snacking on a big bowl of honey. Around you going to practice for the race? Asked Porky Little Puppy, panicking. Nope, I'm much as a faster runner. I don't have to practice. Well, I do. Gasped Porky Little Puppy as he ran on.
Now,
Ma'am,
okay, I can see you now.
finally the little gold book laying game begins. Tulu and Cake choose joining from carrot. Triangle of lion, elephant, and rabbit down from the jolly jingle. Porky Little Puppy proud lead the parade down Main Street. He carried the flag as he marched. Band plays up and up and. Was the time for the replay run. But a triple thing happened near the start line. Chimpanzee Lion tripped over his tail. Ouch, ouch, he growled. Oh no, said Porky Little Puppy. Are you all right? I have spared my paw, said Chimpanzee Lion. Porky, you're going to have to run in my place. All right, said Porky's Little Puppy. I won't let you down. All right, said Snuggleberry Elephant. Keep your arms on this balance. I'm about to begin the race and then pass in a baby brown bear. As he runs, he will pass it on you. Then I'll be on the turn to run.
Was that it?
No.
Okay.
To the bell with his whistle. On your mark. He said, go! Snuggleberry Elephant ran and tumbled as fast as he could beat by. He just wasn't fast enough. I guess should have stayed up dancing so late last night. Should that stay up dancing so last night? He thought as the lion from the other team whisked around him by him. Here, gasped Snuggleberry Elephant passed the Valentine to Baby Brown Bear. I hope you can run faster than I did. Baby Brown Bear drew his body up the hill. I'll be eating too much honey lately. I can't keep up with the elephant from the other team. Look up to you, said Baby Brown Bear, panicking as he passed the bony and passed to Porky Little Puppy. Porky snatched it and took off the wind. He catch up with the rabbit from the other team. It's no time at all. The two were running neck and neck. As they run the last turn around towards the finish line, Then Porky's Little Puppy, but no of burst of speed and pulled ahead of the rabbit. He kept pushing himself and won the race, but no noise. You did it! Cheering Tapping Lion. You won the race for your other team. Nugget Bear Elephant and Baby Bear crowding him with hugs. As Porky Little Puppy was around his blue ribbon, he asked those team, can I bet on the next year? Others, shouted everyone, and Porky's Little Puppy smiled and smiled. The end.
Well, very good, Charlie. So, close the book and tell us a little something about how he got to his special day.
Well, his special day was, at first he met his best friend. Then when he went to the Magic Land bookcase, he wanted to race, but he was practicing. He passed by the elephant, lion, then the boat, and a baby brown bear. He was practicing and practicing. And he asked the little brown bear, are you going for the race? The Porky Little Puppy said. He said, no, I don't need to practice. I am faster. But when Little Brown Bear did the race, he wasn't fast when he couldn't catch up with the elephant. So it was only Porky and the rabbit left. So Porky won the race and joined the others. Then they went home happily ever after.
Very good, very good.
Looking forward to next year's race.
And
looking forward to next year's race.
And Dr. Vincent has a message for you in the chat if you get to read it. And tomorrow is our last day. I hope you can be on both of them. In the morning at 11 and tomorrow evening at 2:15. Tomorrow's our last day of the reading fair.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm thinking, can I find a good book for y'all?
Okay, okay. Yeah, because we
Oh, that's so sweet.
It sure is in here. Yeah, because we love good books and good readers.
Yeah, she and Harry they coming on. They brought us some good. They've been bringing us some good readers.
Yes,
That's right. Very good reading.
Yesterday, the last said I think I found my lunch. Or the tiger, whatever it was. And so, Janice, are you reading? Can you hold yours to this evening? Because we went over
I
it
hope today. We'll finish World War II.
Yeah, I can read mine later. I can read it later.
Okay. Yeah, so, Harry, are you there? Harry? Here it comes. I think. Okay. I don't know if Harry's there. Well, Talianne, can you all close us out and just tell everybody thank you for coming. And the next reading is tomorrow at 11 a.m.
Thank you for coming to the Mississippi Library. We'll be back at tomorrow is our last day. We'll be here at 11 a.m. and 2:15.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, see you guys in the morning.
Good
Bye.
Have a good one. Bye-bye. Have a beautiful day.
Thank you, Thailand.
You're welcome.
Bye, Harry.
Bye.
Bye, Harry.